Weekly dose
ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does.
Welcome everyone to another weekly dose of War Era. Before we start, just a small reminder, this isn't a news agency. It's just me talking about what's happening in War Era from my corner of the world. Obviously, I focus more on things around Portugal and now Timor because that's where I live in game. If I had intel on every country, these videos would be 3 hours long. I try to gather as much as I can from articles and other things I see in chat, but it kind of gets narrowed down to whatever I can easily get access to. But now,
let's get right into the news.
first up, Portugal entering TDP alliance, a move that could shift balance in Europe, or just spark another few days of chat drama. Either way, it's a notable shift in our diplomatic map. Next up, we have Diego from Chile. And what did he do? Not a military maneuver, not diplomacy. He claims to have discovered the cure for a hangover. What a shocker. Knowledge so rare and powerful, it's never been seen before. Honestly, more useful than half the alliances we sign. And just between you and me, most useful medicine for a hangover? Just keep drinking. Then there's this gem, what women want. And according to the article, the answer is clear, ally with Turkey. Because they have kebab and goth girls. Diplomacy in 2025, ladies and gentlemen. We don't need strategy, we need shawarma and eyeliner. Finally, some big news. Portugal has taken back all of its core regions. Every single one, except for the islands, actually. After weeks of battles, occupations, and political nonsense, the map is finally back in green. It's a major milestone and one that shows Europe isn't done yet. Speaking of maps, it's quite interesting to see how the map has changed. Not only just the simple fact that Chile is no longer purple, that color belongs to the United States, which is quite odd, but apparently Russia no longer exists. It's just Sweden. Poland has eaten up Eurasia and made its way to Malaysia. Argentina and Uruguay, along with Venezuela, stick to staying in Africa. However, some new players have joined, Spain and Romania. Australia is also on the map, and France is completely eating up Canada. I don't know if this is some previous beef or not, but let's see. Well, as usual, I do a recording on Friday, and Warera just does not like to rest during the weekend. So we have some more action, obviously. For starters, something that hit a little hard for me. Portugal betrayed their Portuguese expat brothers in a war against Malaysia. Portugal not only participated on Malaysia's side, they put in an order to attack Timor. I am not going to comment too much. The images speak for themselves. However, staying true to their core values, Timor made an announcement for their citizens to not interact in Portugal's attempt to get into Africa fighting against Spain. Meanwhile, Sweden dropped damage bombs like,
You guys say Colorado!
Diplomacy? No. Pure chaos energy. On the eastern front, Timor, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, launched a revolt against Malaysia, reclaiming their lands in an explosive uprising, starting Friday night and lasting until, well, now, Sunday afternoon. As mentioned earlier, Timor was one of the countries revolting and fighting against Malaysia, where Portugal decided to take Malaysia's side and fight against us. In a surprising twist, at least for me, Timor and Chile formed an alliance with their sights set on striking American holdings in Hawaii. Back in Europe, as hinted earlier, Portugal struck Spanish territory in Africa, aiming to carve a path deeper into the continent. And finally, we have an article that might just change the course of world history. Yes, cat girls. At this point, I don't know if we're running a strategy game or an enemy adventure. And that wraps it up for this week's dose. Betrayal, revolts, giraffes, goth girls, and shawarma. This has been your weekly dose of War Era. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.